Welcome to Smart Remarks, where the terrorists come in many different colors. So here's the question. A guy named Joe Stack flies his small plane into an IRS building down in Texas last week. Is Joe Stack a terrorist? You know, a terrorist, like someone who commits a violent act in the name of a political goal. If we're using that definition, then Joe Stack was absolutely a terrorist. In a lengthy manifesto posted online, he railed on and on about his troubles with the IRS, but he also wrote that, quote, violence not only is the answer, it's the only answer. And he also wrote of his desire to incite, quote, the American zombies to wake up and revolt. He was outraged and he wanted to trigger the revolution, which only an extreme act could do. Just like Bill Ayers, right? You'll remember conservatives screaming that the former weatherman was a terrorist. But Ayers never killed anyone. Stack did. So if Ayers was a terrorist, then Stack most certainly is a terrorist. Terrorism is a low-cost and high-profile way for the weak to take on the strong. You know, a guy like Stack is never going to bring down the IRS, but he can climb into his airplane and make a statement with a suicide attack, or, as Fox News is fond of calling it, a homicide attack. Yet here was Fox News' Megyn Kelly the day of the attack saying, quote, this does not appear to be terrorism in any way that the word is conventionally understood. Gee, Megyn, how do we understand that word, huh? Terrorists can't be white people, right? Terrorists have to be brown, have to be foreign. The word terrorism no longer describes an act. It's come to describe a racial profile. To be a terrorist, you have to look like a terrorist. You have to be swarthy, you have to be Middle Eastern, chanting to Allah and hating America. I'm pretty sure Joe Stack hated America, or at least the America he encountered. And this brings us to an interesting point, because right now we're at a time of considerable anti-government sentiment in our society. Stack has been made a hero online in some circles, and even others who aren't about to go that far seem to be excusing his actions. Representative Steve King of Iowa was asked about this last week. King's a Republican, and he said, quote, it's sad the incident in Texas happened, but by the same token, it's an agency that's unnecessary. By the same token, isn't this a justification of Stack's mentality, if not his actions? Let's be clear about this. When you blow up a building, even or maybe especially a government building, that's an act of terrorism. When you kill innocent people, that's an act of terrorism. The likes of King had no problem affixing this label to people like Bill Ayers. But if it fits there, it fits here, and it fits the next time as well. The label itself won't prevent the next attack, but it might go a long way towards delegitimizing the bloodlust.
Do you think his terrorist attack, was motivated at all by a lot of the anti-tax rhetoric that's popular in America right now?
I think if we had abolished the IRS back when I first advocated it, he wouldn't have had a target for his airplane.